June 5th, 2025. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. What are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about drugs. We're going to talk about bikers. And we're going to talk about groups here in Kansas City are probably up to no good. So let's get started with that. All right, guys. So what are we looking at here first? Well, a while back, I had a guy approach me, said that he was with Independence Power and Light. This guy, he looked halfway legit and everything, but he just didn't seem on the up and up. And he said that basically that they could install solar panels for free, but it had to do with like I say, it was a scam deal about wanting so much money. Now, the thing of this was, this guy, he had all looked like the credentials, paperwork. It said Independence. It was all phonied up. This guy, this actually, this guy, he had it looked like it was real, but it wasn't. I actually went out to Independence. So he even shook my hand and everything else, and I'm thinking, yeah, buddy. But after I had talked to this guy, immediately I contacted Independence Power and Light. And they said no, they had nobody that was like this whatsoever. Now, between when this pandemic happened until today, there's a lot of things happen. A lot of people cross the border here, and there's a lot of bad people over here. There's a lot of terrorists over here, and among all of us, there's a lot of different people that shouldn't be here. There's killers, there's drug dealers, there's traffickers of prostitution, and it's not good. And Kansas City is a big hub for bringing in drugs, cocaine, guns. Kansas City is well known for bringing in guns here. And they've stopped some over the years here and stuff. There's a place down here kind of by across from Coolcrest by a barbecue place. What is that? Gates and Sons or whatever. Across the way, they had opened this one place up, but the FBI got them. They shut them down. They were dealing like guns. They got them shut down. But there's a lot of stuff here that goes on. And yesterday, we've had a lot of different companies pop in here, and all these vehicles have different tags. It don't matter if it's from Texas to, Canada or Mexico. And that's where we're going to go on this next, because I want to show this. Now, you see this vehicle. They were running some line up here through, look like Storm Street, but there's running a cable through there. And this thing's called Alltech Excavation. Now, I assume some way this is hooked to the city, or it's a third party that they're probably using. But yesterday, my security cam, there was some Latins. Some of them couldn't even speak all English. They were checking my house out, checking my security cam. They were pointing over at the cams and my sign. And I'm going to show that. And I'm thinking, well, I had another comment that somebody had commented too about this, about these guys down in this ditch. So it's one thing if guys are actually working and doing stuff, but if they're looking at houses as they're working to maybe, break into them or do something else, that might not be a good thing. And I'm going to show this guy, this one Latin guy, he raises his arms 3 times and directly points over to my house. Now, he wasn't pointing to my fancy Ferrari car over here. I just got to be a $900 car. So he had to be pointing towards my sign and my security cameras that I have 6 of in front. And I'm thinking, is this what the city is contracting out to this group here? And who answers to this? And today, they were back today over here, and I don't know. I was out. I had a weed eat because I mowed the day before. I got it in before the rain. I want to show this real quick though, and I want you guys to see this. So hold on. Okay, guys. So let's just watch this for a couple minutes. I want you guys to see this. And he actually points over across the street fully with his arm 3 times. And then it's like, oh, he smacks the other guy in the arm, like, man, And I was watching this, I was thinking, well, that might not be a good idea either. But, let's just see. These are these good old hard workers that somebody commented. Man, looks like they're working hard laying back in the mud, just laying there. But we're going to show this. But like I say, what caught my eye about this was, now I hadn't been outside or anything either yesterday. And, but I was outside today when they were out. Maybe they got too much time on their hands. Think about maybe the way they could get something else or break into somebody's house. Well, like I say, they don't want to try to break in my house because it'll look like World War III. We'll just put it that way. And see, he's pointing over here. But that ain't what I'm talking about. He's going to point. He's going to stand up and point. There is no doubt. No doubt. Just keep watching, guys. Now look at this. There's one. There's two. There's three. Then he smacks the guy. Hey, man. What do you think of that? Well, that looks like good workers, doesn't it? That they got here. Well, I mean, if they got time to be scoping people's houses out and stuff here in Independence, they're contracting out to this Alltech. I don't know, guys. Well, we got this on file. But it just makes me think about, I get to think about this. And they don't like people seeing stuff that's going on. But we've got a lot of people from different countries that's come in here, and they'd like to see the United States fall. Kash Patel, just a couple days back, they were talking to him. Like he said, he's got a few friends. He's got his wife. That's all he needs. He's out to do a job and get the job done. Get a lot of these bad people out of here, one way or the other. But I was just thinking about that. Interesting. Got a lot of footage here of this. But what do you guys make it out of this? And would you want these guys doing that across from your house? I mean, what do you think they're doing? Like I say, I don't have a Corvette or Ferrari sitting out in front. And the guy was there's nothing there to be pointing at other than my sign and my security cams there. So, look like upstanding guys, don't they? Not. So, hold on, guys. Oh, yeah, we'll make sure we show that one more time. That was Alltech excavation there. And this is Independence, Missouri that they are in. All right, guys, we'll wrap this up pretty quick. Still a lot of activity going on here in Independence. Shoot, this afternoon we had a biker come up this street on a race bike on one wheel. Well, Kansas City's supposed to be cracking down on that stuff. Didn't look like they're cracking down too much because up here over on the Independence side, they're still doing it. And they had those old bikers from down up on 40 Highway come up here tonight, and they were doing it again. They were making those runs up here past old Blueview. from out here on a 40 highway, you know, out there where old Doc Holliday's was at, Sotto's, Tool Shed, all those areas in there. Don't know, guys. And like I say, a lot of guns, a lot of drugs coming in at Cash Patel. Maybe you should be taking a look out there in Kansas City about that a little bit more. You know, I was down there at Doc Holliday's, and well, there was a guy came in down there, and actually he had an automatic rifle. They almost had a big old shootout one night. He actually was shooting. He'd come from the tool shed, and he was shooting across over there, over the top of Doc Holliday's. Well, does that sound, you know, like a safe place here in Kansas City to come to? It don't sound like a safe place to me. Maybe some people better take a look at this a little bit. Like I say, maybe at Cash Patel, maybe he should be taking. I think the FBI needs to be looking this a little bit more. Oh, they know a lot of stuff goes on here, and I think sometimes they've turned their blind eye to it. But I think they need to look at that a little bit more, especially where things are heating up a little bit more all around the world. Anyway, guys, I got some more videos to come. There's been some other things that have taken place here in the last couple of days too. I'm going to be showing. This was going up here into Rate Town. I'll try to get it out. I don't know if I'll get it out tonight, but wanted to get this out. And just interesting stuff, you know. And a lot of these people now are embedded here in the United States. Shouldn't even be here. They're here illegally. They didn't go through, you know, proper channels to become American citizens here. So, just a heads up, guys. And like I say, I can't imagine. But, you know, Independence today, when I was out there in front and I was weed eating, they had a vehicle that did go up. And they were kind of looking at all this. Anyway, guys, keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.